Ojibwe Masku Makwan Dishnakas Makwan Dundam Sagin Dunji Non Gom Migaziwiki Zish Nish Nishtana Ashi Nijwaso Niwi Odamino Madden Niishtana. Hello, greetings. My name is Looking Red Bear. My English name is Josh B. Um, my clan is Bear Clan. I am from Saugeen First Nation in Manitoba, Canada. Today is February 27th, and I will play Madden 20. Alright, so yesterday I went over the term catch, gache denege, for catch in the past, present, and future tense. So today I'm going to be going over jump, gwashkoni, Gwashkoni for jump. Gwashkoni, and we're going to talk about that, the Anishinaabe Moen term as it relates to the game of football. So, like the videos I have been doing in the past, we'll start off with future tense. So, because it's a jump, this is kind of in the act of carrying the football, I guess. So, this can happen. So, a player can jump on a run play, on an Bimi Batu or an Alpa Gejige, or a throw, pass. Anyone who has the football in the game of football can jump, really, to avoid a tackler or to jump to catch the football. So we'll go over both instances. So we'll go over I will jump, niwi gwashkoni. So I'll explain to you how it happens. So that was a little hop. Okay. Well, it's tough to visualize. Without a defender, it doesn't look as cool, but well, for this video, whatever. So I will jump. So if the ball carrier knows at some point, let's say the running back knows he's going to have to hurdle or jump, at some point in the play, or let's say down on the goal line, he has to jump over the pile to score, and he knows he's going to have to jump to get the yardage or to clear the end zone, and he knows that's going to be happening, or it's likely to happen, he will talk about he will jump, I will jump. So, as is the case down in the end zone, he knows he's going to have to jump to clear. So he would say, niwi gwashkoni, I will jump. Niwi gwashkoni. So, because this is not depending on the snap for future tense to happen, this could, in theory, happen when the play is going for I will jump. So, what I mean by that is, right now, he doesn't have to say it, I will jump, because the ball hasn't been snapped and he doesn't know what's going to be happening on this play. If there was a defense lined up, he still doesn't need to say anything technically until he gets down to this area. Or let's say it's 4th and 1 and he knows he's going to have to, they're going to be diving at his feet and he knows he's going to have to jump. He would say niwi gwashkoni. Niwi gwashkoni. Or let's say he could say it, I guess, in the snap, I guess, when it's future tense. Anytime before the actual play happens would make it future tense. So yeah, at this point, any point really, until the act of him jumping, which would make it present tense. So because we're talking about jumping, this is all future tense up until the jump. This would make it present tense, the jump. Actually, we'll just talk about first person as they happen for this one replay, because I feel like I jumped. It's pretty good for a running back's perspective. They'd likely be saying this or talking in this sense. So, ball hasn't been snapped. Niwi gwash koni, I will jump. And he gives a little bunny hop. That is a jump. Maybe a hop or a leap or a long gallop. A floating long gallop, but kind of get what I'm going for. He jumps up a bit. And then at this point, it goes from here, it's still Niwi gwash koni. Niwi gwash koni, even with the football. It's when he jumps, it becomes Nendu gwash koni, Nendu gwash koni, Nendu gwash koni, Nendu gwash koni, Nendu gwash koni. I am jumping. So again, in the process of the actual jump itself. So down in the end zone, Nendu gwash koni. Koni, Nendu gwash koni, Nendu gwash koni. And then for past tense, the running backs, when the ball carrier scores, gets knocked out of bounds or gets tackled, is the marker for past tense. So in this instance, it's Nendu gwash koni, and because he clears the end zone, just a foot down, 2 feet down, plays over, it's now Ningi gwash koni, Ningi gwash koni, Ningi gwash koni, Ningi gwash koni, because plays over with. Now, in the unlikely scenario, but it can happen, but it's unlikely, it can happen though, if, let's say, because there's 2 jumps on this play, so let's say there's some big long play going on, he's got to hurdle twice or 3 times, let's say, even in a given play, it's past tense after he lands the ground. So for what I mean by that is Niwi gwash koni for the first jump, Nendu gwash koni for the first jump, and now it's Ningi gwash koni for past tense for the first jump. Now because there's a second jump in the same play, it becomes Niwi gwash koni if he knows he's got to jump again. Niwi gwash koni, and then second jump, when he jumps up, it's again Nendu gwash koni, Nendu gwash koni, Ningi gwash koni, Ningi gwash koni, Ningi gwash koni for I jumped. Next we'll talk about you will, you are, and you.
Set! Wide 80!
Just get a play here.
Ready? Blue 30! that bench release and go.
So, you will jump would likely be said by the quarterback if he knows, let's say a receiver's going to have to jump to get this football. So, the quarterback, if he knows he's going to be throwing to the receiver that's going to have to jump for this football to put it over top a DB, he would say, Giwi Gwashkoni, you will jump. Giwi Gwashkoni. And let's see if he jumps.
Black, I said!
Oh, put it out of bounds.
Set! Black, I said!
Yeah, there's a little jump. Let's slow it down. In the replay.
Set!
That was the look I wanted. Alright, so quarterback knows receiver's going to have to jump for this football to get it. Or is likely going to have to jump to get it. So at this point, when it's future tense, ball hasn't been snapped, it's Giwi Gwashkoni, you will jump. Giwi Gwashkoni. And then when he throws the football and he sees the receiver going up for it, he has to jump up to get it. It's Gedu Gwashkoni when he sees the receiver jump up. So from the quarterback's perspective. So right now it's Giwi Gwashkoni. Giwi Gwashkoni. And Gedu Gwashkoni. Gedu Gwashkoni. Gedu Gwashkoni. To signify that this guy is going up for the football. You are jumping. So he's talking to the receiver. You are jumping. You are jumping. You are jumping. You are jumping. Gedu Gwashkoni. Gedu Gwashkoni. Gedu Gwashkoni. Gedu Gwashkoni. You are jumping. And then we'll finish off with you jumped. So again, after the play's done, scores, plays over with, it's now past tense. So the word for that would be Gingi Gwashkoni. Gingi Gwashkoni. You jumped. So again, this could be said by anyone after the play's over. So any of the 5 linemen, the running back, or the other receivers, or the quarterback, can say this to the receiver. So the guy who caught the football and who jumped. Gingi Gwashkoni. Gingi Gwashkoni. So he jumps up, it's over with, past tense. Gingi Gwashkoni. Gingi Gwashkoni. Gingi Gwashkoni. Gingi Gwashkoni. Gingi Gwashkoni. Gingi Gwashkoni.
All right, now, Black 20!
So we'll finish off with they jumped, they will, and they are jumping. So past, future, and present tense. Let's pick a play.
Set! White 80!
So this ideally would be said by a spectator or a coach I guess, in theory. Um, they would say it in reference to what the whole offense is doing. So if they know that, it's going to be a pass play and they know they're going to have to, make jumping catches, I guess, or they're going to have to jump at some point to hurdle someone, they could say they will jump. So, win we gwash koni, they will jump. So, or it could be said if someone knows the football is going to be thrown and they know someone's going to have to jump, but they're just not sure who, they're not sure who the ball's going to, they could just be saying they will jump in a general sense of what the offense is trying to accomplish. They're trying to jump up and catch the football and score. Like, hope that makes sense. So, again, to repeat what I said was, if the spectators watching the game are not sure who's going to get the football, but they're pretty sure that it's going to be thrown and that they're going to have to probably jump up to catch the football, and they're not sure who, like they're not sure if it's going to be 18, 89, 19, 38, or 13. You're not sure who the football is going to, one of these guys. You could say they will jump because you kind of have an idea of what's going on, but you're not entirely sure. So you could just be speaking generally. They will jump. Win we gwash koni. Win we gwash koni. And again for present tense, we'll wait for the act of the catch to happen for us to start speaking. So again, this would be ideally said just in a general sense if they're referring to the offense, like what is the whole offense doing generally, what are they doing? They are jumping. But it's only one person jumping, but they're just talking about what like, I guess if they're just referring to Pittsburgh in general, for what the Pittsburgh Steelers are doing, and they're not sure who that person is, number 19, you could just say they are jumping, I guess. Like, you know football well enough to know that these are the Steelers, but you're not sure what these receivers, who they are, what they're doing. You just see one guy moving and jumping, so you can just say they are jumping, as in reference to the Steelers, I guess. So, we do gwash koni. Because it's present tense, we wait for the football to be caught, for it to be in the act of a play. So we do gwash koni. 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 And then we'll finish off with past tense. So they jumped. So again, just generally speaking, for someone who's unfamiliar or not as familiar with football, and all they know is that, okay, this person jumped up, someone in Pittsburgh jumped up and caught the football, so they could just say they jumped. So you could say wingi gwash koni, wingi gwash koni, wingi gwash koni, wingi gwash koni. And in football, we're gonna wait for, again, a score, out of bounds, or tackle for the play to be over, or some clear indication that the play is done, whether it's an incomplete pass or sack or whatnot. There has to be clear evidence that it's over. Referees have indicated that the play is done, so that would give us our marker for past tense. So wingi gwashkoni. Wingi gwashkoni. Alright, now let's try to use all these terms as they happen. Start off in future tense. Niwi gwashkoni. Niwi gwashkoni. Giwi gwashkoni. Giwi gwashkoni. Winwi gwashkoni. Winwi gwashkoni. Nedu gwashkoni.
Set! Black 80!
Niwi gwashkoni. Nedu gwashkoni. Ningi gwashkoni.
Here we go, here we go!
Niwi
Black 20!
Ginwi gwashkoni.
Black is on!
Gedu gwashkoni. Gengi gwashkoni.
Set! 180!
Giwi gwashkoni.
Black what's that?
Gedu gwashkoni. Gengi gwashkoni.
Set! Black 20!
Winwi gwashkoni. Winwi gwashkoni.
Black what's that?
Windu gwashkoni. Wingi gwashkoni.
Set! Black 80!
Winwi gwashkoni. Winwi gwashkoni.
White exit!
Windu gwashkoni. Wingi gwashkoni.
Set! Blue 30!
Niwi gwashkoni. Gengi gwashkoni. Winwi gwashkoni.
Black exit!
Nindu gwashkoni. Gindu gwashkoni. Windu gwashkoni. Ningi gwashkoni. Gengi gwashkoni. Wingi gwashkoni.
Black what's that?
Nindu gwashkoni. Ningi gwashkoni.
Set!
Ginwi gwashkoni. Ginwi gwashkoni.
Blue 30!
Gendu gwashkoni. Gengi gwashkoni.
Set! Black 30!
Winwi gwashkoni. Winwi gwashkoni.
Black exit!
Windu gwashkoni. Wingi gwashkoni. He didn't catch. He didn't jump up
Black
there.
80! Set!
No jump.
Black exit! Set! 180!
Winwi gwashkoni. Winwi gwashkoni.
Black what's that?
Winwi gwashkoni. Winwi gwashkoni.
Black what's that?
Windu gwashkoni. Wingi gwashkoni. Alright.
Here we go.
That will be all for today's video. Tomorrow I'm going to be going over the term block. Gibishka, as it relates to blocking in football, or block in football. Alright, I will see you tomorrow. Subscribe and like the video. Thank you.